I guess it's time I take this off. How's it going, everyone? Hopefully it's not too loud. Ooh, it's hot. This thing is very hot. So what you witnessed now was just a little fun that Miguel and I have been cooking up for the Texie Bear and Monkey Boy show. What's that? Honestly, I don't even know what that is. It's just some crazy ideas. I thought I'd turn off the AC. Give me a moment. That's what I get for assuming things. You know what they say, when you make assumptions, you make a out of you and me. But welcome to Hey Rockstar, the mini-sodes. And today is basically just a Monday flavored Tuesday. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. Bum, 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 bum. All right, hey, people are on, they're watching. That's what you guys are doing. Let me read the comment here. My computer's far away. What's up, Marky Mark? Yeah, actually, I need to get back to you, my man, because right now I am on my GoPro. I kind of do these, since it's got the little boom mic, it's just easier just to plug it in and play. So yeah, we need to troubleshoot, see why yours isn't working like mine is, just to make life more easy. But hey guys, a lot of you knew that I was traveling all day yesterday. I went to Texas again, West Texas, to be with family for another situation. I don't want to get into too many details, but another family member passed. And it's just, you know, yeah, it's hard. Just 2 months ago, our uncle passed away, and anyway, today I don't really want to talk about life or death. If you want to hear my random thoughts on death and life, I have an episode for that, so go check it out on the Hey Rockstar. I'm excited because we are 3 Thursdays away from finishing off our season 1 of Hey Rockstar. We've come a long way, baby, from where we started with just the webcam on my laptop and the built-in mic on my laptop, and then my little Apple G mic that I forgot I had stored away somewhere, to where we are at today. It's just been an evolution of progress, and not only that, but just going from just sharing my stories to bringing in people who have value, who have sustenance in their journey that they are willing to share with you guys, so that you can take all this value, all this information, apply it to your life, apply it to your disciplines, to give you the confidence to detach from failure, take ownership of your life, and develop the right mindset, because we want you to go and become the rock star of your life, of your industry, of your dreams, my man or girl, or just everyone. We just want you to succeed. It's within you. It is your God-given right to go out there and make the best of the life you have with what you have, and you can always learn, because again, the promise is, it's to the glory of God to conceal all matters, but it's to the glory of kings and queens like you guys to find those matters. The secrets are out there. The answers are out there. That's the only thing separating you from those who have done it, is they have the knowledge. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring everything in so that you can see what fits, what works, and what you can use to make a better version of you. That's my little pitch. That's my little plug for the live stream that happens every Thursday at 5:55. But this Monday is just a chance for me to talk to you guys, because I miss you guys. I miss you guys a lot. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, appreciate that. I'm not gonna put it up because the computer's way over there, and I had to set things up with the new little stage lights, and I just did a photo shoot right now for a couple of auditions that I need to submit some headshots for. So it's been fun. It's been crazy fun. Just so much different work coming in from left and right. I'm excited for what this new season has, but honestly, I have nothing plan to share with you guys. As I was getting this ready, I was like, well, what has been on my mind? What exactly have I been sharing with my family and with my best friends, and just with the people that I associate with and talk to on a daily basis in life. And honestly, it's just, I'm at a point in my life where I truly am grateful. I'm grateful because I know where I was at the beginning of this year. I was not in a good place. I was in a place with lack. I was in a mental state of lack, even though I had the show going and we were starting to build momentum. But other areas of my life were just not making ends meet. And I was feeling like a failure. I was feeling like I needed to do something different. And that's when I was encouraged by a mentor of mine to seek out professional or people who can help me build businesses, because I had a dream for the speaker business, but I just didn't know how to go about it other than talk and share my stories, and hopefully someone will hire me out. But they gave me a plan. They gave me structure. They gave me possibilities, and showed me example after example of people who have made it, and it encouraged me. But the first thing is, like, they had to say, and I guess this is the one thing that I've noticed with all my guests, or at least the majority of my guests recently. We all had to go on an adventure of self-discovery. We all had to ask ourselves the question at one time or another, hey, is what I'm doing right now, is this really what I want to be doing? Is this really happiness for me? And I forgot to start the 11 minutes of Rockstar value, so we get a little extra time. Is what I'm doing now really what I can see myself doing for the rest of my life? And it was at that point where and you guys know that I'm a spiritual man. I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a Bible-reading man. I just don't come off as preachy. I pull the wisdom out and I give it to you guys in bite sizes that you can use and say, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense in my life. I can use." You guys are using biblical principles most of the time, but one person once said, biblical universal values can be used in the world, but worldly values or worldly principles can't really be used in the church or in your daily walk. Anyway, I'm not here to preach that. What I wanted to talk about is my mind just went somewhere. Take me to church. No, I was going on the journey of self-discovery, of figuring yourself out, and I was talking about how I am a biblical man, I'm a spiritual man, and so I practice my devotions in the morning, I practice my meditations in the morning, I practice my prayers in the morning, and I do believe that at times I hear, I understand that when God is speaking to me, because I am familiar with His word. I'm familiar with His vocabulary because I have listened to the words of the Bible spoken over me. And so I know what kind of language God uses. So I know when it's from Him and not just my made up imagination or another opposing factor around us. But I was at a point where I'm a loyalist. I tell everyone this. I'm a loyalist, and I'm faithful to the end. I mean, I'm still with Sprint, even though Sprint doesn't exist anymore, but I've been with them since, I don't know, so many years. And even when I worked with them and all that stuff, but I'm with that company, and just because I don't know, maybe I'm a traditionalist. I don't know, but who knows why I'm still with them. I guess it's T-Mobile now, but an opportunity came when I had no opportunity, and they offered me work, and I went in, and although it was making my ends meet barely, it finally came to a point where they had to cut hours, and it wasn't, but they still needed my help, and I was being faithful because I'm loyal, because they gave me an opportunity to work. But here I was saying, well, I got to stay true, I got to be faithful, I got to be loyal, and then. But then I had this dream, I had this desire, I had this goal that I was kind of, maybe it was procrastination, maybe it was because of fear, or who knows why, but I was kind of like leaving it on the side burner, or on the side burner, just kind of there, while I was focused on doing what is right, helping out those who help me. And then finally, I believe God in His dear way. He said to me, Josafat, tell you what, I'll let you choose. Whatever choice you make, it's fine by me, but I'm going to let you choose. You can either continue building another man's dream, or you can choose to work on the dream that I have for you. But the choice is yours. And I have to say, I mean, you had stability, but yet not complete stability, because I was still trying to make ends meet barely, but I was being loyal. And then you had possibly failing, falling, losing it all, just bankruptcy, whatever, just taking a risk, but being happy. And so that's when I had to step back and like, well, let's make a plan. How does this look like? How does this picture look like? What would this look like if I continue on this path for 5, 10, 20 years? Sad. Money-wise, financially speaking-wise. I mean, their business will grow, but what about me? And what about this? The people that I can impact, the waves that I can do, the people I can pour into, but also the ability to grow financially, but also grow in more ways than that, grow a network, and you know, the dream, the goal, and I had to ask myself, what truly made me happy? Where did I have satisfaction? And it was when I was going to these areas, when I was going and meeting and networking and connecting with people, and you know, when I talked to Jared when he on my show, Jared Romano, he was talking about how he just loves the networking aspect of what he does. And as he was talking, I was just like, man, I missed that. I missed that aspect. And so when I finally made the decision, started making the following plan, all right, what's the next step that I can do that can ultimately lead me to this big goal? All right, I'm going to take that step. All right, now what's the next step? And I'm starting to take little steps. But the funny thing is, there's 3 areas that I'm kind of focused on right now, and they're simultaneously starting to grow, grow. Like, I'm starting to network with people who, like, just today I was talking to a gentleman who's a graphic designer, but he was helping us doing some stage work at Oz Arts because I was called last minute. And it just so happened I was off today, so I went to do them a favor. And that's the cool thing. When I was going to do this job, which in the past was a job, to me is like, you know what? No, it's me being able to go help my friends out with their project. They're just going to give me money doing it, because I've become really close to the directors and of Oz. And when I was on my way over there, I was like, yeah, who cares if it's me hard work? I'm helping a friend out because they needed help, and here I am to do whatever. And it was fun. I had fun catching up with some fellow crew people, and it was just great to reconnect with people. But one new guy, we started talking during our break, and it turned out that he was a graphic designer, but he was also involved with a network that they seek out speakers for their big events. And I'm like, hey, do you happen to know the event manager? He goes, actually, yeah, I'd love to connect you. We already have the keynote speaker for our main event that happens in September, but we have other things quarterly, and I'd love to get you connected because that's an opportunity for you to go and share what you're about. Because I told him, you know, as a speaker, I help people detach from failure, take ownership of their lives, and develop the right mindset. And so he goes, and I told him, normally I focus on associations and big things like those events, but I'm starting to see that corporations are needing that. And there's another friend who we were sitting down at lunch, and he was talking about all these speakers are bringing in, and he goes, that's a hit or miss. And I'm like, well, you know my story. I do this, that, and he goes, hey, do you have your card? Like, you know what? The website's almost done. As soon as it's done, I'll give you the link, but I would love to connect with the guy who the event manager. Goes, yeah, man, I know him personally. So these opportunities are starting to happen just because I position myself in doing what I love to do. Networking, meeting people, going out to have lunch with decision makers. That's fun. But I'm also involved in the arts. I'm also involved in entertainment. I have a gig that I just got called over when I was in Andrews, when I was in West Texas. They called me about, I feel like I'm bragging, but I'm excited because when I finally made the decision well, hold on, let me get to that. They call me for this shoot they're doing. They need a bouncer looking guy. Like, well, they're like just a tall, mean looking guy. Like, will you settle for a bald guy with a beard? And I sent my headshot like, actually, we love your look. How do you look with shades? And like, have you seen my show? Hey, Rockstar. I sent another picture of me with the shades. Like, we love it. And she called me up. But as we were talking, and we were talking more about what I do, she goes, you know what? What you got to do is only be a few hours, but you're welcome to stay for the whole event. We're going to feed you. There's going to be a concert. There's all these other people. She goes, but there's people that you might want to meet, decision makers. They could possibly open up a door for you to do other acting events or other kind of events like this, but at the same time, also speaking events. So it's amazing how my world is just, it's happening so fast. But it all started with me making that decision. Am I going to continue building another person's dream, or I'm willing to build my dream? I'm willing to take a risk and start working towards what turns me on, what keeps me awake with excitement because of the possibility that I get to get up and live and do this thing. The reason why there's a sense of urgency now in my life to do these things, guys, is because of what happened in last week, what happened 2 months ago. See, my family members who passed away very, very young. As a matter of fact, I had just got on the plane and I was in between connecting flights when I got news that another friend, dear friend of mine, closer to my age than my cousin was, passed away the exact same way that my cousin passed away. And he was only like 41, 42, something like that. He was a young man with a family. I went to school to Sagu with his wife. And so we were close. And I'm like, it's insane. And the sense of urgency is this. Life is not guaranteed. Life is not promised or time is not guaranteed. Time is not promised to us. You're here for a moment, and when the moment's gone, you're gone from this plane. Now, those of us of faith, we believe in a promise of beyond, which is good. But what good can we do here on earth when we are in the beyond? And one sense of urgency is, especially when my uncle happened, I started thinking, well, let's be conservative. Because my uncle was I'm halfway to where my uncle had passed away. And like, if I get to that point, there's no telling how long or how short the span is, or even accidents, because there's crazy stuff happening all the time. And I'm not trying to gloom anyone or bring anyone down, but I made the conscious decision. Let's just be conservative. Let's say if I only had 10 more years left in this body, on this plane. Do I want to spend those last 10 years working a job or working a system that is broken, that has failed me, and is not leading me anywhere but misery, and I'm just doing it because that's all I know what to do? Or do I want to spend the last 10 years of my life happy, excited, ecstatic, because I'm working towards something that turns me on, something that leaves a legacy, something that's more beneficial to others around me, that when my time ends, they will continue to tell my story. The values, the lessons, the videos that I'm leaving will continue to be there so that people can continue to grow, get value from. And that was an easy decision for me. I'd rather live the last 10 years of my life doing something that excites me, makes me happy, turns me on, and it's actually starting to make me a lot of money. But it brings value to you. It makes a difference in your life. It makes a difference for my family's life. It makes impact. Favorite quote from The Gladiator. Remember, what you do in this life echoes for an eternity. So you can either lose your voice, continue to work for that system, or that broken plan that has brought you nothing but pain and misery and depression, or just a sense of no success, building someone else's dream. That's harsh. I'm not saying that there's some great bosses, and if you truly believe in that company, you truly believe that you being there matters and that's what you want, then you do it. You go, boy, you go, girl, you just do it. Because if that makes you happy to be part of this greater organization, then do it. Do it as unto the Lord. Do it as unto, this is your legacy that you're leaving in this company. Just do it. But for those of us who have a dream that is not driven from a 9 to 5, it's actually driven from like a 5 a.m. to midnight. Long days, because it's gonna take a lot of work. But for those of you, I encourage you, these remaining years of your life, may they be 5, 10, 20, hopefully 80 more years or 100 more years, whatever. Live it to, I guess I like the way Ed Milet says, max out your life. Do one more, go one more towards that dream, one more towards that goal. Anyway, I went way beyond the 11 minutes of value, but I am just passionate of what's happening now. Next week, who knows what the emotional state is going to be, but I do know that this Thursday we have an awesome show set up for you guys. I have a good dear friend of mine who's going to come in and talk. Well, actually, I'm going to wait till that, but it's going to be episode 48, interview with a rock star, this Thursday live at 5:55 on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Not Periscope, where this is at. But anyway, until then, y'all, just have a great night. And what did I do with Miguel? Oh, here's Miguel. So all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, I'm Josafat Emiliano. This is Miguel. And we just want to say much love and many blessings.